Welcome to another episode of SCL Walkthroughs. I'm your host, SCL Matt, and today we're still working through Skylanders Trap Team. We're on Chapter 12, Time Town. As usual, Flynn is driving us in to check out what's going on here. However, it looks like we have Wolfgang waiting for us. Alright, here we are in Time Town. And as always, we want to make sure to check behind us. And we actually have something behind us this time. This is why we check behind us. Have a whole nother level to explore. Nothing outside here really. So we'll just go on inside. And honestly, it doesn't look like there's much in here either. There's a giant button you can step on that turns the cogs. And there's some jewels hanging from them, which you can collect. But that's really about it. There's just a bit of treasure here. I'm gonna keep collecting these to make sure nothing happens if I collect them all. I feel this is one of those instances where they just could have done so much with this. And they started. They got the hidden area. They got a big button that allows you to turn some wheels. And now if only these wheels did something up above, or collecting, even just collecting all these jewels actually gave you something, it would have been so much better. So close to being amazing. But yeah, all that's really down here is another area. You will need to find this room if you want to 100% the level, but you don't have to spend the time collecting all that stuff because it doesn't give you anything special. No collectibles down there. So now we'll head over to the left here, and we have a Traptanium shard we have to take care of. You need a Trap Master to destroy this. Any Trap Master will do, though. No specific elements needed. This will take us out to a floating island here, where we will find a soul gem. And this soul gem is for Rocky Roll. Rocky Roll is an Earth Core Skylander from Trap Team. And then we'll just head on back. And once we're back on the mainland, we'll continue over to the right side and talk to Da Vinci. Alright, so we can move on forward. And, well, don't forget to check out this little house here. Looks like we can play Skystone Smash in here if you want to, but it's not going to give you any collectibles or anything. So it's just if you want more experience or if you're looking for some more money. So we'll just head on back out and take care of this block puzzle. As usual, there's really only one way to do it. Just follow the arrows. That'll start up the machine and we'll have a pathway to move forward. Looks like there's a couple things on these gears here. So we'll head off to the left first. And we find our first treasure chest. Head back up top. And going straight across. Oh, wait, before we forget, I did see something else back here. We have our story scroll. Wouldn't want to forget that now. Alright. So now we can head forward again on our path. And check out what's up here. Just a dead end here, it looks like. Alright, just a few baddies here. Get them cleared out before we can take care of anything else. And we'll just wait a minute on Da Vinci there, because I think there's a ledge off to the right side here we should check out. And we found a quest for Dr. Crankcase. So we'll bring in Dr. Crankcase. And check out what he needs to do. This is one of those simple quests where all you need to do is talk to the quest giver and it will be completed. However, completing this quest gives Dr. Crankcase a unique ability which, as you can see here, opens up a new pathway. This is something we'll need to utilize later in the level if you want to get 100% and get all the way through this. So in here we find our hat as our reward for completing the quest, basically. Well, that's all that's really in there. So we'll head back out and looks like we can probably head back upstairs. And now we can visit with the Da Vinci. So this is a little bit different puzzle. You just need to, well, for me on PlayStation, it's hit square to kind of swing the hammer at the right time, hitting the pipes. The first ones are very simple. They get a little more complicated as we go along. Bunch of baddies here to take care of. I've played this level a number of times, and occasionally there will be a little glitch in here where some of the bad guys won't come off of that pedestal that's off to the right-hand side there. That's kind of where they spawn, and they're supposed to jump down onto your platform, but sometimes they get stuck, and you'll need someone who has some projectiles to kill them then if they don't jump down. So I'll warn you of that there, but generally speaking, they will come down to you so you can defeat them as intended. Alright. I'm going to jump down here right away, and this is what I was talking about before with Dr. Crankcase. His special ability, once he's been evolved, not only does he get the extended timer and upgraded abilities, but he has a special ability which allows you to kind of transform these dioramas and, well, you make an entrance. So in the first one by the original quest, we saw that it opened a room where we got a hat. And I'm not entirely sure what we get in here. It might be another hat, actually. So if we can do this successfully without falling, it shouldn't actually be that hard, but sometimes I make things harder than they need to be. Oh, it was not a hat. Here we have another treasure chest. In particular, the villain stash. This requires a villain to open it, but any villain will do. So you're most likely using Dr. Crankcase at this point because you needed him to open this area. So you can use him to open the chest as well. That's all we have in here, so we'll head back out. We can head back upstairs. But before we get too far, don't take that directional bounce pad. Once you take the directional bounce pad, you'll be stuck. And you're going to have to wait until the next time through. So off to the left, though, we have our second soul gem. This one is for Thunderbolt. Alright, now across the directional bounce pad, we'll head off to the right side and find another quest. This quest, I believe, is for Crosscrow. However, on your first playthrough, I believe you will not have access to Crosscrow. If I recall, Crosscrow is actually kind of like the final boss at the end of this level. So there's absolutely no way you could do this the first time through. And in typical Skylanders fashion, they're working with a huge pun. So we need Crosscrow to basically turn on all the fans. I believe there are 10 fans we'll need to get to in 10 minutes or less. But as usual, 10 minutes is going to be plenty of time. I mean, we got the first two right here in front of us. As with most of these mini games, I recommend just rushing through and completing the objective. Try to avoid as many enemies as possible, because they're there to get in your way and slow you down, but they're usually spread out enough that you can kind of just run by them and complete your objective without bothering with them too much. Alright, so we need one bomb there, but don't forget this fan. Now we can continue through this wall. Alright, so I guess we'll just have to take this directional bounce pad here. But it takes us straight to another fan, so we'll take it. Alright. Maybe doing these a little bit out of their intended order, if there is an intended order. But we'll just see what happens. And you can see we already have 7 done, and we're only 2 minutes into the course. So yeah, you're going to have plenty of time. Even if you take some time to fight the baddies and get the experience, you're going to have plenty of time to complete this. Alright, just need one more, which I think is going to be back up here by that bomb wall that I skipped. Oh, yeah. Forgot to grab the bomb. And once we can get past some of these baddies, we will get to number 10. Alright, pretty simple minigame overall. And thankfully, like some of the ones didn't take too long to do. I think I was under 3 minutes yet. So completing the quest will give Crosscrow a new look, give him the evolve status, better powers, and most importantly, usually the extended timer. So we'll continue along this path here. And before I go forward, there's a button here. That will lead us up to our winged sapphire. So we take the teleporter back, and now we can head forward again. And make sure there's nothing back here. It seems like an awful long. Oh, there's some coins though. Oh, there is something here. Got a troll radio. And, oh, here we go. Here's a platform. That will take us to our mid-level Persephone. If you've collected enough gold during the level and you want to buy some upgrades. But otherwise, this teleporter just takes us right back up top. So I guess that's all that's down there. Now we can head forward on these conveyor belts the way they're trying to push us. And we'll see what's down here. Got a button that rotates that pillar. There's a platform up top and just has a little bit of treasure. Not that exciting. Alright. Nothing else over here. So I guess we'll go back up top. And so for all I complain about how many things they could have done, here's one of them. It took me forever to find this area. But you have to spin the wheel up and then jump back down before the wheel falls down. And you can find this area. I mean, honestly, it just looks like a big hole that you wouldn't want to go down, but once you defeat all the enemies down here, that gate over there should open. And that looks to be all of them. And we have another treasure chest. That seems to be all that's down here, so we can head on back up. Out this window, I guess. Which is that window that I was looking at before. Okay, that makes sense now. So we'll bounce back up once again. Now we'll take this wheel to the top and actually get off at the top. And yes, those wheels can hurt you. Okay. And here we have an Traptanium elemental gate. This is an earth gate, which will require either Wallop or Head Rush. These are the only two characters that are going to be able to open this gate. And I accidentally talked to this guy. Alright, so we'll enter this area with Wallop. Check out what's going on here. Looks like we'll follow the coin trail into the cave where the waterfall's coming from. check out what's in here. Oh, we got a pickaxe. These pickaxes have been found in other Skylanders games, used to break apart these rock clumps. And then if you want, you can push this block around so you can get across this gap and collect the treasure. But that's actually all that's in here. The main thing you came in here for is actually the pickaxe. Because the real prize in this area is still to come. But we need the pickaxe to break these rocks on the other side of the waterfall here. We'll continue up the mountain then. And around this side, be sure not to fall off the edge. Break some more rocks. A few more rocks here, and we'll be able to make it to our final destination. The last hat of the level. We'll take that, and we'll also take our teleporter back to the beginning. So we caught up with Da Vinci again, and he has another pipe puzzle for us. So just like before, get the timing right. And you can let them spin around as long as you want, as long as you don't hit the hammer at the wrong time. If you hit the hammer at the wrong time, it will reset the pipes and you'll have to try again. So just take your time, wait for the pipes to come around, get used to the timing, and go for it. Alright, moving forward, it looks like we got another directional bounce pad, so make sure you got everything before this. Alright. There's a lot of baddies down here, but once you got them all, the gate will come down. And we have a second platform to fight on. And once you got all these baddies cleared out, don't run away just yet. Saw a couple areas we need to address before we move on. Down here, it looks like we have another diorama. that requires Dr. Crankcase, or evolved Dr. Crankcase. That he'll have his special power with the goo gun. And he can essentially make this diorama disappear. And we'll have another area to explore. However, this one isn't quite as exciting, it looks like. Just another area we'll need to 100% this level, but there's nothing to collect in here. So we'll head on back out and up to the second platform here, where I believe I saw another building. So we'll check this little hut out. And it looks like about the same idea here. Just another area that you'll need to find to 100% the game, but nothing to collect. Just a little bit of treasure. So we'll head back out again. Now we can move on towards the second gate that dropped. And we got another little block puzzle here. Just like we saw in the very beginning of this level. Same idea. Just follow the arrows on the blocks and you can't really go wrong. So we'll wait for our platform to come around. And it looks like we got a couple areas to check out here. So we'll take them one by one. I always like to start with the left. But it looks like we just got a troll radio there. Nothing too important. Looks like up top is our path forward. So we're going to go off to the right here first. We have another pipe puzzle, or steam lock, or whatever they're called. Yeah, and you can see what happens when you don't get it right the first time. This is probably the toughest one in the level, or in the game, because they're only in this level. But I believe in you. You can get it. And you'll want to get it because this is what unlocks. Nice little platform over here that will give you a few things you're looking for. This is where we find Crosscrow. Crosscrow's villain quest was at the beginning of this level, or near the beginning at least. But like I said, mentioned back then, you can't actually get him until now. And you can't go back that far in the level. So you're going to have to replay this one at least once. So we've defeated Crosscrow. If you have a water trap, which I'm assuming everybody should, not only are they the most plentiful trap out there, but there was a water trap in the starter pack. You can put that in the portal and trap him. Otherwise, he'll be sent to the villain vault back at the Skylanders Academy, which is the hub world, and you'll be able to put him in a trap anytime afterwards. Looks like we've got a few more baddies to go yet. And good thing we did, because that will give us our final treasure chest, I think. Sure enough. So that was a nice platform. Captured another villain and got our final treasure chest. So now we can head back to our spinning platform here. And once it comes around, we'll need to ride it back to the top so we can continue forward on the main path. A lot of food there. Must be a big battle coming up. Alright, come on. This was a big battle. Alright, but once you're done, well, you can talk to Da Vinci. But I think that's the main path going forward. And I need to go back for a minute. But I'm going to have to complete this puzzle first, it looks like, since I talked to him. And once again, you can see what happens when you don't get it right on the first try. Alright, so I got the lock open, but I need to go back here because there was a gate that dropped after I beat all the enemies and opened up this Traptanium shard here, which you'll need a Trap Master to destroy, but any Trap Master will do. And take this little transport actually over to, I believe this is the same island as at the beginning of the game. Just the back side of it that we couldn't get to before. And we'll find our legendary treasure. I'll take that. So we'll take this platform back. And then we can head forward on to the main path. And this is the final area to find, so we're very close to the end of the level now. And looks like it's going to be, as usual, only one way to do it kind of puzzle. Step on the button, climb stairs, Step on the next button. You don't have to worry about stepping off the button. This is all automated. Climb the stairs again. Step on the last button. And this will get us out of the clock, it looks like. Or into the clock, maybe. And that's it. That's chapter 12, Time Town. Found all of our collectibles on, well, my second time through. I had to go back for the story scroll, but it's in there, don't worry. And that's all we need to do. Thanks for watching. If you want to get more Skylanders walkthroughs, tips, tricks, and news, be sure to subscribe to my channel. And stay tuned for more.